What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. I'll start off by introducing myself. My name's Jacob, and pretty much this is my very first video, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I apologize in advance for the echoey background. I just pretty much wanted to tell you guys how, I have a 2017 STi. I'll kind of tell you a bit of the history. You may or may not want to hear it, but I'll give it to you anyway. I have a 2017 Subaru WRX STi. A few years ago, I was living in Alberta, Canada, and pretty much I kind of got the idea. I thought of the most practical car that I would want, and I ended up with kind of narrowing my searches down to an STi because it was 6-speed, turboed, all-wheel drive. There's a few more criterias to that, but yeah, so I figured that's the car I wanted. So what I ended up doing is I found a WRX, actually, like an FA20 WRX at a dealership. It was slightly modified. I test drove it. I loved it. Turned out my credit was absolute ass, so I was unable to buy it. So I licked my wounds, took my losses, and moved on with my life. And then a few years ago, I moved back east to where I am now. I'm currently in New Brunswick. And I found in my small ass town, there's not much really from where I'm from. It's just a very small area. But I was driving past a Volkswagen dealership one day and saw that somebody had traded in an STi. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go and test drive it. We'll see what's up. Because I had never driven an STi at that point. I've wanted one for a few years at that point. So I went and I test drove it. And let me tell you, they knew how to sell their cars. They set me up, and I initially was only going to test drive it. I had no intentions of buying it. I was just gonna be one of those guys that walked in like, well, yeah, I'll test drive that car. Maybe buy it, kick some tires, and then leave, you know what I mean? But they really sold it, because the first test drive I went on with a WRX a few years ago, of course, the sales representative came with me, obviously would have had to. But this time around, I went to this Volkswagen dealership. I asked to test drive the car. I was one of the first ones out of 100 people who were inquiring about it. And so he got me all set up. We went outside. He whipped open the door and was like, go ahead. And I was like, what do you mean, go ahead? And I probably have a clip of that somewhere. Actually, I took a video, I remember, so I might be able to splice that in here somewhere. But he just lets me go in the Subaru by myself. I guess I'm on my own test drive. Anyway, so he let me test drive the car by myself. I launched it a little bit. It was completely stock, which is a rare occurrence. It's a premium as well, I should probably mention. So it has all the bells and whistles, the sunroof, the heated seats, so on and so forth. And it was completely stock, other than somebody who put 17-inch rims on it, like the previous owner. And also they put a Subi Depot muffler delete kit. So the thing's stupid loud, like almost too loud. You know what I mean? I liked it for the first month, but I was like, well, okay. But anyway, so I ended up buying it, currently paying for it. I financed it. So I have a World Rally Blue 2017 STi completely stock, which is quite a rare occurrence, considering people just mod, they just mod every single STi that's out there. It is considerably rare to find a completely stock STi. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up buying it. I love it. It's been great so far. I haven't done anything to it due to financial reasons. I mean, if anyone is familiar with Eastern Canada, we just have the most ass economy that there is out there. So it's been hard to kind of do things. But regardless of all that, my plans for this channel is I'd like to do I love watching Bader Built, Smedia, and Devin. I don't want to even say his last name and butcher it, but so I always watch those guys, and I love what they do, especially Smedia. I'm subscribed. I didn't even know what the word I'm looking for is, but I'm subscribed to Smedia, and I like the content he does, install content, and I don't want to be another channel, because I know there's plenty out there that make the videos and put the videos up of oh, reliability and, you know, mod installs, and if you want to hit this amount of horsepower, this is what you do. But I'll be kind of one of those channels, but the difference that I want to make with my channel is like I know a lot of people will link their parts down below that they use and stuff, and a lot of that time it's in American currency. And now I know it's the easiest thing to do to look up a part that you're looking for like us Canadians, and find a Canadian website and search it up, whatever. But I want to give Canadian costs, because obviously there's a difference between US and Canadian currency. So that's one thing I'd like to do. I'd like to I just want to be informative with my channel. Not that Smedia or Bader Built or anyone that isn't, they're definitely the most informative. I've learned a lot of things from watching them. But I want to make my channel informative for like the people who come in, because like I look on Naziok, like the forums, and I see people come in asking like, oh, like what's in my engine bay, or just something of that sort. So I'd like to like just make little videos going through, and eventually I will do installs as I go along. Even right now, actually, I have the Harman Kardon system in my car currently, and whoever had it before me, like they clapped out, and I mean clapped out, the subwoofer that was in the back, that's like up in the rear dash lid. And I want to make, or what goes along with that is I want to make like a search term friendly channel. So I don't want to sound like an idiot saying like the most primitive things when trying to put in my video, but like it took me a moment to realize that that was a rear dash lid. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called anyway. And so I had to search that up to even be able to remove it, and I couldn't. And nobody really has videos, like they have videos on swapping out their speakers, for example, but nobody really has videos like with a nice search term in it for me to be able to just be like, how do I change the rear sub in my STi? You know what I mean? Like there's nothing, you don't really get much. And so I want to be kind of the person who can give that, and give really informative things as I do research, because I got my STi in April of last year, so April 2022, and I've been doing just pure research ever since. And I'm no Subaru expert, I want to say that right now. So there's going to be things that I say that may not parallel with what it actually is, but I wanted to try anyway, try to give some sort of content. Right now, also, again, I apologize with the echo. I'm only on my phone right now, like I don't have some super Canon camera with the greatest cinematography there is out there, but I just want to get out some content because it's what I love. I love watching it, so why not make it, you know what I mean? And so I can tell you right now, I don't even have a garage. I have barely any tools. I have this one little Stanley socket set. So right now I'm accumulating tools to be able to do installs. But right now I can tell you that I'll probably come up with another video just kind of going over the engine bay and what's inside of it, what things are called, what I can see and what I know. And so people who ask the question of, oh, hey, like what's in my engine bay? You know what I mean? I want to be able to tell people what everything is when I look into it. And so I'd love to provide something like that, because, I haven't seen, like there probably is something out there, you know what I mean? But I haven't seen anything, just a dedicated video saying like, okay, this is this is this. The first thing on the list is for installs anyway that I'd like to do is swap out my rear subwoofer, because it is clapped. I was at Subaru one time for other issues and ended up finding out what it was. Like I did the research at one point, and I'm going to redo the research to be able to tell you exactly what it is, like the rear sub. But what I ended up kind of coming onto was this kicker sub, and it's a beautiful 8-inch 400 watt nice dual voice sub. So I'll be installing that in replacement to my Harman Kardon one. That'll probably be one of the first installs that I do. Another install is I have a 2017 STi that was kind of part of the whole big Subaru law, like the whatever class action lawsuit. So you can look it up online. They had a certain number of engines between VIN number here and VIN number here were like just not it. There was something wrong with them. I have a poor memory, so I can't really go over exactly what it was, but there was some stuff wrong with them. And so they had some kind of things going over, like, I think it was Ringland, or I can't remember what it was, but my Subaru falls into that range. I don't believe the engine has been pulled. I don't believe it's been whatever. Whoever had the car before me took really good care of it in terms of body work, because in Eastern Canada, we use salt on the roads in winter, and actually it's even we're mid-January right now, so we were getting hit with some pretty bad snow and salt. So I mean, thankfully they took good care of it, got the necessary body work done. So I mean, I really can't complain. But the first thing after that, like mechanically, that I'm going for installs is reliability, because also there's no tuner around me. Like, I'm in New Brunswick, there's no tuner. Um, there might be somewhere, but there's no all-wheel drive dynos or anything like that. There's one spot in Eastern Canada that, you know, really drives into your head that they are the only whatever all-wheel drive dyno in Eastern Canada, and that's in Nova Scotia currently. So that's about 4 hours away from me. So I'm even when I do start putting parts on, like it's gonna be hard. And especially like I'm trying to find something to do. Like I'm gonna have to do Greenspeed compliant because of all like the Cobb updates and Accutech. I was looking into Accutech, but I think they're, or ECU Tech, whatever you want to call it. But I think they're doing, I think they were like a sister company with Cobb, like they're owned by the same parent company. So I think they're following suit not long after, if they haven't already. I'm still doing research into that. But I want to try to stay with Cobb because like the access port is great. It shows you a lot. I'm going to buy dedicated gauges anyway for certain things, but to like monitor like dam and your fine knock and everything like that, like I want to be able to monitor that with the Cobb access port. So I think that's the route I'll go. And unfortunately I won't be able to do like some of the emission stuff without having engine codes that I can't like erase, but it is what it is. I'm gonna do more research on that and figure it out. But so the next thing that I have on the list to do is a cylinder 4 coolant mod. So that will be an install that I'll do. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have a garage or even the tools. Like I'm still accumulating tools to do this, as well as a lot of like maintenance stuff and everything like that. And so this will be a kind of a slow build unless anyone wants to sponsor me. But I mean, I don't expect to get sponsors right off the bat with like 0 followers. So it is what it is. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan for this channel, is I like to do installs. I'd like to inform people of things that, I mean, like I said, there's 20 million videos out there of like first mods for your STi or reliability mods for your STi. And you know what I mean? I don't want to be another one of those guys who just posts another one of those videos, but I think like I'll do it, you know what I mean? As long as I can do it nicely and kind of, because like I said, I'm on my phone right now. It isn't necessarily like the best video setup that I have, so I'm gonna figure it out. But in saying that, I'll take you outside, and on this cold mid-January day where it is nice finally, because we had a big snowstorm yesterday and I think we're getting one tomorrow, so it's nice and sunny out. So I'll take you outside real quick and kind of show you around. Alright, so I'd like to make this portion quick because I'm already pretty up there in video time with my talking, but this is my 2017 STi. As you can see, it's pretty normal. It's pretty basic, you know, it's very stock. Like I said, the only thing that's really on it is these aftermarket fast rims, which are 17s, and then I have a nice Subi Depot, you can't even really see that actually, but a Subi Depot muffler delete kit, so it's pretty loud. I'll show you right here. I try to keep it clean. I'll start her up. I had it warmed up, so I mean it might not be. She's pretty gnarly. I'll give you a rev. As you can see. Alright though, we'll turn this off. Pop the hood for you. Give you a quick look. Just to show that it's... There we go. Alright. So this is, yeah, like I said, very stock intake. Everything's just stock. I even still have the sound generator tube, which is pretty useless in my eyes because the thing's pretty loud anyway. So I can't, yeah. But it's been fairly well taken care of, so I can't complain on, you know, how it is. But yeah, so that's my 2017 STi. I have some plans for it, and I will definitely definitely be coming out with a few little install videos. And yeah, so I mean, look out in the future for that. It's freezing out here. It's pretty cold, and we're getting more snow, so it's gonna be even worse. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this, like, subscribe. I will be coming up with more stuff, and I mean, the more followers I get, the more motivation it is to upgrade video stuff and come up with more installs and really pour more into the car than what I already plan, even though I'd like to go not all out, but pretty out, if that makes sense. So like and subscribe, and thanks guys, have a good one.